that. And here we go. Guys, come on, I'm trying to start my show. Guys, no, come on, stop. All right, that's it. I'm starting the show.
Damn it.
This show is not for kids. This show is about chaos and talking over coffee. So let's get going. Call me the DarkTranny. Okay, and we are back. Good morning, happy Friday. How you doing? I see, what do I see? Oh, I want to be seeing the back of my eyelids right about now. Last night, I was on Coffee Talk with Sandra, and she was pulling it through DLive. I don't have DLive, but from what I see, she's gaining a presence on Odysee, and that is where I would love to definitely see more of her content. I don't ever know what happened to my DLive account. I think I got kicked off. I'm not sure. But yes, very, very good energy speaking with Sandra last night. And if you haven't seen one of her shows, Coffee Talk with Sandra, let's see, what does she call it on Odysee? Let's go on over here. Yes, I am. I am pulling this through the stream, Odysee.com. Let's see, I'll go to my channels, and then I will go to this one, and then I will go to the channels, and it's Let's Talk About It. Let's Talk About It on Odysee. Currently, I think she's new to Odysee. There is no content at this time. However, I'm sure in the future there will be content here. So I'm not about going to DLive because it's like, I've heard sketchy things about DLive. I don't like doing YouTube, and so yes, if you head on over, I will drop it in the chat here. Let's see, that's the one. Yes. If you are currently on Odysee, and if you would like to put Sandra on your list, here is the link. All right, that'll take you to Sandra on Odysee. All right, so where are we going today? Well, I'm sure you all heard the Queen died. Remember yesterday's show when I looked at the headlines and it was like, oh, the Queen is sick and stuff? And I was like, oh, whatever. Well, who knew that later on the day that, she would pass away, and look at this. Okay, now this is CNN, okay? We know what CNN is all about. With all the things going on in the world, okay? With all the things going on in the world, we're going to put that all on pause. Because this figurehead, from what I understand, the royal family isn't even, it's not even an actual ruling faction. It's a figurehead faction, but yet some people give a lot of power to it's almost like an idol. It's almost like idolatry. It's like breathing life into an inanimate object to give it the ability to have power, which it doesn't have. It also makes me wonder, what the hell was Biden talking about the other day when he was talking about, imagine if thousands of people stormed the halls of Parliament. Did any of you guys catch that? When he said that about Parliament, I was like, since when do we in the United States have a Parliament? That's crazy. All right, so we're going to quickly check the chats. All right, so there we go. Good morning, Atomic Blonde. Good morning, Rougarou. All right, let's see. Okay, no one's coming in the Jitsi yet. Someone said they were coming in. Okay. It's weird when people are obsessed with them. Oh, it's like royalty in Hollywood and actors and stars and stuff like that. I guess it's one thing to follow and just keep up, on the news of a certain thing. But yes, some people have a very, very profound obsession with the royal family. You know what? I'm curious. I heard a rumor, so we're going to look it up. Let's see. Queen double rainbow. Let's look that up and see what we see. Because I heard... Okay, so double rainbow appears over Buckingham Palace. How did that happen? Okay, double rainbow appears over Buckingham Palace just before death of Queen Elizabeth II is announced. I remember when the rainbow was, according to the Bible, the rainbow was a symbol of something God was trying to tell humanity. It was like after the Noah flood and such, according to the Bible. Let's see, double rainbow appears. So, did they create the rainbow or did the rainbow just happen? You know what? It's like we're talking about England, right? We're talking about London. It's always like humid and rainy. Well, not always, but they're known for it. They're known for it. So with like London fog and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, a rainbow might happen. Why is this? I don't know. Why? It's interesting. Why would people who, like MSN, for instance, not very big on Christianity, why would they point out a double rainbow with the significance and the symbolism of the rainbow to a Christian? Why would they point that out? But then again, they only have 2 comments right here. You see that right there? Let's go see what their comments say. The end of an era and will truly be missed. Well, okay. I'm not going to hell. I'm not going to miss her. I just don't see the point. But oh my lord, am I on the right screen? Yes, I am. Okay, so back to chats. Okay, thank you, Atomic. Thank you. I will be here as you find that. So let's see. Yes, that's like the big news. So as soon as I heard that the Queen died, I knew Meghan Markle was going to be up to some shit. All right. What kind of tacky bitch do you have to be? Like, some old lady kicks off and then you want to make it all about you. All right. And then I thought to myself, I was like, okay, so a man's probably going to be in charge now. So now there's probably going to be some sort of like lefty spin about like, oh, patriarchy and oh, toxic masculinity. And it's not that it's currently happening in this particular story, but I can see it coming, and I might be right. We'll find out. But yes, I just see a bunch of snakes, like getting even more snaky and just wanting to make it all about themselves. It's like I said, there's a lot going on in the world right now, which needs to, you know what, do we really need to look at any of it? To a degree, yes, we do. Because I believe that if you can make a positive change at your capacity to make positive change, if you're informed that something is going on that is detrimental to humanity, detrimental to society, and if you can do something about it, then do it. All right? As far as the Queen dying, it's like, what the hell am I going to do about it? Can't bring her back to life. Okay, so then we have to go over, like, everything the royal family is doing. Prince William has left Balmoral Castle to travel back to Windsor Castle. Play by play. Bank of England postpones interest rate decision by a week in wake of Queen's death. Okay. So what is this interest rate? They're using this woman's death to delay. What would this have done? Will postpone its interest rate decision following the death. Well, what was the decision to do? Okay, so the UK Central Bank has been due to meet on September 15th and was widely expected to raise interest rates as it deals with high inflation and increased government borrowing. You see, this is something I've talked about before. It's not just the United States going through this financial fuckery and shit. This is happening globally, where all of a sudden, just out of the blue, and coincidentally, all of the financial advisors, it seems, have lost their fucking marbles. And they no longer know how to do their job properly. And the mismanagement of, the citizenry funds is more than evident. How? How do we have this many inadequate and incompetent financial experts getting us into these issues? Oh. Where the hell were our hurricanes in the United States over this past summer? It's not that I want hurricanes, but I'm wondering, we have fires going on and energy shortages going on, and we're like sending money, according to the stories, we're sending money to a variety of countries, and in particular, the Ukraine. Cost of goods has gone up significantly, even though Joe Biden or Jean-Pierre Corinne Abdul-Jabbar has said that inflation hasn't gone up. I have a feeling that what they're doing is they're grabbing a sample size that is very, very small, and they are telling the truth. If you look at a very small sample of time, you can honestly say nothing has changed. But that's just the thing. People don't live in that small sample of time. They live in the expanse of time. And over time, things have changed. And what this administration, they told us that they were going to be upfront and transparent. I guess they're just choosing what they're going to be transparent about, and they'll just take it in bite-sized pieces instead of, like, actually telling us what the actual 7-course meal looks like. And the 7-course meal is shitty. Alright, let's see. Okay. Alright, let's go back on over here. Oh, y'all still waking up? Let's see, let's go check Jitsi, see if anyone's trying to call in. I do not see anyone trying to call in just yet. Alrighty. One moment, just making sure that that's still working. Alright, so. Oh, still with the Uvalde thing. I'm not going to go into this story, but just the idea that this is still a story. One moment. I think it's disgusting when tragedies happen, and then instead of the proper course of investigation and all the executions which need to take place to bring about justice, for some reason this stuff is so muddled. This Uvalde tragedy, number one, it never should have happened because the action should have been taken by the people who we pay to, when they're on the scene, they're supposed to, diffuse the situation. So this whole thing is bullshit. And it tells me when I see stuff like this that's being like dragged out and thrown in front of the public, it's intentional. And it is meant to distract people and to get people all like up in their feelings and to get them angry and get them fearful and stuff. Because that stuff's very, very distracting. Like, let's say you just want to have a happy family. You just want to raise your kids, well. It's hard raising kids. It's like, do you really need someone else's drama and bullshit being thrown into your lap while you're trying to raise your family? Does it do good for your soul? Yes, bad things are going to happen. But then you've got these mouthpieces out there who are making sure that you never forget that bad things are. This is what the students in school are all about, okay? Ask them about 9/11. Ask them. That was a pretty, a big catastrophe. It's part of our United States history. Oh, no. It's just about George Floyd and school shootings and, those are the important things, It's like anniversary coming up this weekend. I don't think a lot of our youth even know what's happening this weekend. Let's see. Bridge collapses during ribbon cutting ceremony. Yes, in the Republic of Congo, this is going to play a commercial. Oh, Lord, and then all these pop up windows. But yes, what kind of bridge was it? Why do I have to look at a commercial? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm not going to play a commercial for y'all. But, Democratic Republic of Congo collapsed just as officials cut the ribbon during its inauguration. How much international money went to that project? I don't even know what that bridge looked like. Here, let's see. Let's go take a look. Maybe I can get something without a commercial. Bridge collapse Congo. Let's see what comes up. That's another video. Video captured. It's a footbridge. Okay, so according to New York Post, it's a footbridge. According to CNN, it's a bridge. So when a person thinks of a bridge, they're thinking, oh, I don't know, maybe the I-35 bridge, which collapsed in Minneapolis about a decade ago. All right, so let's see. We've got this little bridge. It's a footbridge.
This is the moment a bridge collapsed in Democratic Republic of Congo.
It's a footbridge.
In a video verified by Reuters.
Oh, the humanity. Oh, shit. Oh, how tragic.
Just as an organizer cut the
what
ribbon,
the fuck is this?
Both handrails broke off and the central section slumped into the stream.
What's next? Man falls off ladder while cleaning gutters. Really? This is the news, huh? This is under top stories. Okay? This like freaking bridge you find at any wedding where they have like a little ditch, that kind of thing. We are talking about hardware store level construction, okay? What the fuck? Top story? Oh, Queen's dead. Little footbridge collapsed in the Congo. I mean, and then how much did that bridge cost? It's like, what was the actual price tag of that bridge? Because to me, that bridge looked like it maybe cost, I don't know, maybe $125 in materials. But the project, and then they had a ribbon cutting ceremony for a fucking footbridge. It's like, who knows? Who knows how much money was laundered through that project? It's something we might want to look into. All right. Let's see. So a massive rail strike. What's going on with this? Let's look it up. Let's find out. All right, is this still going? Yes, it is. And let's see what's going on over here. Uh-huh. All right, and no one has called into Jitsi, so I'm going to continue with the news. Massive rail strike next week could deal another blow to America's economy. So, which one? Freight railroads, okay, here we go with the little exposition and a history lesson, have been around since the 19th century. But you can't run a 21st century economy without them. All right, well, that's because, we order a lot of shit globally. So you need big-ass containers to ship that shit around. Let's see. Unions, but which one in particular? Is it Union Pacific? Okay, so let's see. National Railway Labor Conference. All right, so time running out. Okay, this is the part where it's like, oh, start getting afraid. Oh, if you understand railways and how logistics work, it's like, this is the part where you're supposed to get like really scared. It's like, oh, you consumers, you consume and consume and consume. What is it I do? Let's see. I freeze my food. Like, I get it from local farmers. I preserve food. Fruit trees produce wonderful things which can be dried and preserved. So when it comes down to the trains not being able to run, I think the only thing I'd be concerned about is whether or not the trains can get coal to coal burning facilities or processing plants which process coal into other products. So that's interesting. And trains also transport chemicals needed for production and manufacture. All right. Train yards are typically pretty close to shipping yards. So let's see, the over the transoceanic freight has been messed with, and now these people want to go on a strike in the middle of a crisis. Their timing could not be better for, really just sticking it to people. And but I get it. They're a union. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Over the road interstate truck drivers, any freight semi running on diesel, the prices of diesel, oh my lord. Well, those costs have to be passed on to the consumer. What did I hear last night? I heard Oregon charges you like $300 just to enter the state, I believe, if you're a freight carrier. Well, I imagine since, Portland is now a shithole, they need to make their money somehow. I don't know how long Oregon has been taking like $300 as passage to get in, but I didn't know it was the 49 United States and Oregon. I thought as American citizens and American businesses that you could simply freely, go from one place to the other. I mean, we have toll roads and such and toll zones, but $300 just to get into a state? Please. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Chats. All right. Either my chat is not moving or... No, here, we're going to do a test. Oh, no, it's working. Okay. Massive rail strike. DC mayor declares public emergency over migrant... Oh, isn't that interesting? Oh, Muriel. Girl. What's wrong, Muriel? What do you want? What? You want all these migrants to, stay in one place? Along these borders and stuff like that? What, you think that there's enough resources to go around? No, sweetie. You're part of the United States of America. You guys wanted this, so you also have to share the burden of taking care of the people who you invited to come over to our country illegally during a pandemic while we're about to observe September 11th, which after September 11th, the Department of Homeland Security was really amped up, okay? Muriel, when you go to an airport, do you have to get patted down, screened, and see have millimeter waves shot through your clothing so they can see every curvature and crease of your very Rubenesque body? But no, just let they're refugees. It's oh, they're suffering. It's oh, but now they're in the United States, so now they're safe. And but don't bring them up here. Just keep them all clumped up, in these areas that we want them to be clumped up in, and don't let them up here, because we as progressives, we actually don't want to do any work. We just want to feel good about you doing work. We'll take credit for it, but the moment that you expect us to lift a finger, oh no, we're going to lose our shit, and we're going to call it racist. We're going to call it racist while being racist. We're going to call it xenophobic while actively being xenophobic. Look at this. Migrants flood border town to take advantage of U.S. immigration. Now, this is what the news is telling us, and this is CNN. And I get it. Some of this could be propaganda. I have no idea if this is real. I don't know these people. I don't know their experience. I don't know exactly what's going on. But let's assume this is all real. Muriel, look at this. If these people are legitimate in what the stories we are being told, if these characters are playing the part in the story we're being told, why would you want them living like this if across our great nation, if we have the resources to disperse these people into areas where we don't have to tax the resources so much, do you want to live out here? Muriel, do you want to put a tent on some gravel? You know that gravel. Have you ever camped, Muriel? What do you think's going to happen to the bottom of those tents on that gravel? People coming in and out? Those tents are going to get shredded in no time flat. And then next thing you know, I mean, where are we looking here? I don't even know like which border town this is. But let's say it's Texas. Let's say it's close to El Paso, okay? And let's say you've got your tent on gravel. And now your tent's barrier has been breached. And now you have scorpions coming in. And now you might have a brown recluse spider, which decides to get you in the middle of the night. And so now, not only are you a refugee, but now you're a refugee possibly dying of pulmonary collapse because you got stung by a scorpion, or you're having necrotizing fasciitis and your skin is being rotted because the venom of a brown recluse has started all manner of chemical reactions in the location where it bit you. And now, and let's not even talk about rattlesnakes. Muriel, you're not the victim, bitch. Oh, anyway, let's see what's going on in chat. Tom Blonde removed a comment. Chat wasn't working. Had to restart it. It said something about Odysee not working. Okay, so now I need to know if you have anything about the abduction of the children and the queen. The child that witnessed it, brought it to light as an adult, was murdered. I don't know about that specific story. If you have a link, or do you want me to go look it up? Let's see. Oh, how would I even go about that one? Okay, let's see. Okay, we're going to get rid of Footbridge in the Congo because that was a non-story. Okay, so we're looking for, let me go back to that. Child witnessed, okay, so anything with abduction of children and the queen. Okay, child abduction, queen, okay, testimony. Okay, so let's just do this keyword. Child abduction, queen, testimony, and then dead. Oh, that's not going to bring up the right story. Oh. Probe of Queen Elizabeth. Child abduction to Catholic killing. Oh, I do remember something about the Killing Ground Hospital. Is that what you're talking about? Now, this is American Patriot email reports. I don't know this site. I don't know if this is valid. But, you know, what is these days? Oh, let's see. This is from 2019. A suspected medical killing ground for Aboriginals. Those people, Aborigine, they live in Australia. Why would they be killing Aborigine? What did the Aborigine ever do to anyone? Well, okay, ethnic cleansing. Okay. Let's see. Let's just go back to CNN for just a moment, because I think something caught my eye. Let's see what this one headline said. And I don't mean to detract from the story that we're about to go into with that. However, I saw this. In photos, the world reacts to the Queen's death. Oh, it's a world issue. Oh, the Queen of England just, you know. I wonder why CNN would go and put a story saying the world reacts. Maybe it's because Britain, you know. Let's see. There was a British, you know, inhabitation of India. The British Empire. Does anyone know history? Wasn't the British Empire quite expansive, and weren't they kind of, oh, I don't know, what does the left call it? Colonizers? Yes. Oh, it's funny in the United States when you've got these progressive people running around trying to shame you for something some other country did. I'm only third generation. I am third generation American. It's like my great-great-grandparents came from like Greece and Germany, but primarily Germany. They didn't speak English. It's like My grandparents were bilingual, and then my parents English. And do you think I can speak a lick of German at this point? I don't even think my parents were, I don't think my lineage in the United States had anything to do with some of the shit, like this whole reparations deal and stuff like that. And all that stuff. I don't even think my family was in the States when that shit happened. But whatever, I don't want to get off topic too much. Let's see, I'm not trying to go off. Oh, Atomic Blonde, no, it's fine. No, it's like we can go wherever. It's like wherever we are guided during this 1 hour. Honey, this is our wake up moment. We are waking up. We are having our coffee. And we are just chatting. We are bullshitting. We are talking about shit. So no, honey, if you want to like bring something up, you go right ahead. I don't have a real structure to this. It's more of a reactionary show and, you know, that kind of stuff. Now, if somebody would call in, anyway. Okay, let's see. All right. So, the death. This is something I'm going to need to look into more. This looks like a deep rabbit hole, and I am interested, but I've never gone down this path, so I can't speak intelligently on this. And I don't like to bullshit. Like, I don't like to bullshit like I know what I'm talking about when I don't know what I'm talking about, because it really is embarrassing. And I've learned my lesson in life. It's like, never claim to know something if you don't. Because someone's going to call your ass out. And yes, that's not good. That's not the kind of reputation I want. I don't want to be known as that tranny who doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Ugh. Or he, depending on your core values. You will choose the pronoun. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to take your freedom just so I can feel comfortable. That's not my core value. All right, let's see. Oh, famous noodle vendor. Now, what's this under? News and buzz. Really? With everything that we've got going on, Vietnam arrests a famous noodle vendor for anti-state acts. Now, this got interesting. One moment. Look at this Vietnamese. I don't even know if he's Vietnamese because I can't see his face. But even if I could see his face, I wouldn't know his real ethnicity unless I asked him. But I'm going to call him, let's see, Viet Salt Bay. Look at him. Now, what did he do? A noodle seller famous in Vietnam over a viral video that was widely viewed as mocking a top government official has been arrested in the latest crackdown on critics of the country's communist rulers. Okay. So this one's been arrested. Isn't that kind of stuff happening in England too? Like, weren't there people in Britain who were talking on social media and they weren't threatening anyone? They were just saying like how generally they were displeased with how the government was working, and then they're visited by the police. Weren't there stories about, let's see, arrested social media post, let's see, how would I word that? I'm just gonna do a general one. Let's see, August 1st, 2022. Apparently, oh my lord, this is louder with Crowder. So what happened? Arrested a man for a hateful social media post that, and I quote, caused some anxiety. All right, so you'd have to go into this. You would have to go into this story, but this isn't the only story out there like that, where you're held accountable if your words cause someone else to have an anxiety reaction. It's training people to not be in control of their faculties. It's like, oh my god, for example, oh, someone called me a faggot. Well, I'm gonna go cut myself. Why? oh, I saw something on social media, so I'm gonna go take some drugs and and freak the fuck out and why? That is so ignorant, so dumb. It's like, what happened to our society where words can be so powerful? Well, I guess that's how spells and rituals are done. You go and you channel energy and then convince people that words are now actual weapons, and it's like then you get shit like this. Meanwhile, cities are burning and crime is happening and traffic's being blocked and people are super gluing themselves to asphalt and somehow food production centers blowing up and all this craziness. And you'd think that there would be, what is the point of Homeland Security? I mean, really, what the fuck is the point of Homeland Security? It's like, why aren't we ever told about like what they stopped from happening? It's like, who stops things from happening? The people who they villainize, like the woman who went in, like the Uvalde thing. That mother who went in to go and get her kids out of that school. And for several weeks, in fact, maybe to this day, let's see, is Uvalde mother still being stalked by the police? Let's see, Uvalde mother, and I don't know, stalked, let's say police, let's just put in those three keywords, let's see what comes up. Because I don't want to put in stalked. And the reason I don't want to put in stalked is that it probably, I don't know what kind of like result I would get. Let's see. Okay, so this is June 27th. I want something a little bit more recent. All right, let's go to the Washington Examiner. Now, granted, this is like 2 months ago, but let's see. July 8th, Uvalde mother who rescued children claims police harassment ongoing. Okay, so when did the Uvalde shooting happen? Let's type that in. When did Uvalde shooting happen? So let's see. This is July 8th when this story came out about the mother still being harassed. So that's July 8th. This story is from May 27th. Oh, and then it got updated July 28th. This is something that later you go and like you look for the updates and the edits, and where the hell are the okay, disclosure? Okay, that's not it. What? They just update it, but they don't tell you exactly what they updated, what did they add, what did they remove, what did they omit, what did they change? But yes, July 8th, okay? That was that story. But this stuff, what? How do they know this? Oh wait, this is like after investigation. So from September 21st to February of 2022, according to the TexasTribune.org, they were able to piece this stuff together. It just makes me wonder. It's like with all the restrictions placed on the American citizenry, and then knowing that the border is like wide open and this whole thing of like restricting the citizens, but then letting in people who are not citizens, and then the politicians bitching that they have to take part in taking care of the very people who they're inviting in. And it's just a whole bunch of chaos and drama. I think at some point reality shows are what we're conditioning the public to start just accepting this stuff as natural and common. None of this is natural. None of this is common. All of this is orchestrated. And we need to get those people out of office. These snakes and these horrible, horrible people. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat. I'm not trying. Okay, so that one. This is a different rabbit hole than mine. Oh, girl! How many rabbit holes? Well, we know there are a lot of rabbit holes. Oh, my Lord Atomic. Oh. Well, maybe we should. Why don't you call in? Let me see. How many minutes do we have left? We have 15 minutes and 29 seconds left before I have to end the show. And if you want to, you can call in and we can talk about the rabbit holes and stuff. Let's see. I found the website that is a way different rabbit hole. Oh, lordy. Here, let me open this link in a new tab. Hold on, let me copy the link address. Oh, I'm not promising that I'm going to go down this hole, but we're going to go take a look at this. Better not be something I'm going to... Not abuse, but mass murder. A memorandum on genocidal crimes at the Catholic Indian Residential School. Are these the natives you were talking about? Are these the natives you were looking for? I shouldn't joke about that. That's terrible. This is a tragedy. And here I am making Star Wars references. That's not cool, but I'm kind of a geek. Okay, so let's see. Girl, let me read this after the show, and maybe on Monday I will get to this. That's a lot to take in right off the bat. All right. Okay, so what do we have? Pastor Chatelet. Hello, Fran. All right. Let's see. Okay, so... Oh, there's my link. Thank you, Pastor. And Feisty, good morning. All right. So yes, these will be things I should look into over the weekend, and maybe have something for you on Monday regarding the Queen's connection to this, because I only hear parts of it, but like I said before, I'm not going to start going off, start bumping my gums about something I don't know anything about, because that's no. My dear friend J.J. Harrison, okay? When I was in the military, I moved off post. And I lived with a man. In fact, let's see. J.J. Harrison, he was black. Dawn, black drag queen in this house. And then there was Joey. I don't know who the hell was J.J.'s boyfriend at the time, but he had a lot of them. And it was a good house. Anyway, I was brought up after I left my farm home in Wisconsin, joined the military, ended up at Permanent Party on Fort Hood. All right, I ended up moving off post. And that's where my real growing up started. And it was with this, he was a staff sergeant, JJ was, and Don was a civilian and a performer, and they were strict. Oh my Lord, they were strict. I guess it's something you'd have to live through, but I wasn't brought up in a predominantly white surrounding after the age of 17. After the age of 17, I was very much plunged into the pool of ethnic exposure and very many different kinds of lifestyle and such. And not all of it was good. Not all of it was good. But I was an adult at that point. So I'm responsible for what happens to me after, I'm no longer in the charge of my parents. My parents did the job they did. Was it perfect? No. But I love them because they're my parents. Okay. I might have totally gone off topic with that. I don't know. I'm still waking up. Everyone, take a drink of coffee. Good. Drugs. We're addicted to this shit, you know that? Somewhere along the lines, we got addicted to this muddy ass liquid. That's why you have to add that creamer and sugar to make it taste good. And then to add sugar. It's like putting drugs on drugs. Caffeine and sugar. How evil. Oh my gosh. Feels so good. All right, let's see. Kellogg's wants you to add water to its new cereal. Why is this a story? Oatmeal. I think people have been adding water to their cereal for a long time. What's going on in chat? DJ Bass, thank you. Oh, first time. Good morning, DJ Based. All right, let's see what's going on up here. All right. Hi. Okay, yes, this is so bad. Children went missing under their watch, and the child that exposed it, they murdered him. That is the story I will look into. I will look into that over the weekend. Those tabs will remain open, and I will get back to that story. Oh my lord, murdered by arsenic. There are different methods of murdering someone by arsenic. Either you have slow titration, where it's very hard to detect and they just die of like organ failure, or you have large copious amounts of arsenic. Did you know that if you take, what is it, 30 apple seeds, I probably should not be talking about this, but let's see, arsenic in apple seeds. Don't do this. It takes a lot of apple seeds, but this report is saying that arsenic is essentially harmless. However, you can eat apple seeds to a point where they will kill you from arsenic poisoning. So, don't do it. And if you're one of those people who like throws out your apple core, like let's say you have a very let's say you have a farm, okay? And let's say on your farm you just happen to make apple cider, okay? And let's say on that farm you happen to have livestock. I would not advise you throwing 500 apple cores. Don't feed them to like one animal at one time, because you'll probably kill your animal, and you don't want to kill your animal that way. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat again. Oh, I like my coffee like I like my women. Strong and black. Grace Jones! Girl! Where are you? You're so nasty, but I like you. Grace Jones. Oh. Yo, I can't stand sugar in my coffee since I was 30. Well, some people like it. Oh, some people like Biden, too. Anyway. Oh, lots of seeds have natural arsenic. Yes, lots of seeds do, and people have been poisoned over that stuff. I mean, it's part of nature. My grandfather used to have us split the pits of plums on the plum tree, and he would have us eat the inside. But he said this: you have to eat the flesh and the skin if you eat what's inside the pit of a plum, because he said if you don't eat the flesh and the skin, then you may get sick, you may die. But if you eat the pulp within the pit, now this is from my grandfather. Now keep in mind, this man also used to pay me $0.25 to hold my hand on an electric fence, and every time I got jolted, he would give me $0.25, because life on the farm, we didn't have all these modern conveniences, and we entertained ourselves somehow. I used those quarters to go play pinball, because that was my thing. And because my cousin had dragged me out to the cornfield and taught me how to smoke, I had a new habit to support. So you better believe I hung on to that fence for as long as I could, because as long as those quarters were coming in, I was golden. But yes, he said if you eat the inside of the plum pit and then eat the flesh and the skin, that it is a cancer preventative. Well, I don't know what happened to him, because that man died of cancer. Anyway, I think he died of cancer. Both he and his wife died. Let's see, she had lung cancer, and I don't know. I love them both, though. I love them both so dearly. Grandma and Grandpa, up in heaven, I love you. Oh, they were fun people. I mean, it sounds barbaric what I just told you, but you would have had to have known them. They were a blessing to know in my lifetime. My grandparents. My mother's parents. Now, my father's parents, on the other hand, they owned a tavern. Okay? Ooh, a German tavern. Oh, was I ever doing the polka early on? Oh, babysitting in a tavern requires that you give the child an old-fashioned slushie, or a whiskey sour slushie, or a whiskey sweet slushie. All right? That's babysitting in a tavern. Different times. At least there were no drag queens running around. It was just people, on the dance floor doing the polka, doing the waltz, stuff like that. It was pretty classy, but not a place for kids. And to this day, I do not like seeing children at adult venues. Children do not belong at adult venues. When you know more little Johnny jokes than you do your ABCs, when you know how to mix, I don't know, an old fashioned before you know how to make your bed, there's a, oh yeah, let's, another time, another time. Let's see. Oh, you can't get tolerant. Okay, you can get a tolerance to electrical shocks, which I'm sure you know about. I do. TENS unit. Have you ever used a TENS unit? Okay. I don't want to sound like a freak, but I do like placing the. You don't want to place the TENS unit around your cardio area, but and you don't want to really put a TENS unit like around your cranial area, but TENS units are used for therapy when you're having muscle spasms or if you're having like sciatica. Okay, you apply them over your spine, and it helps muddy up the signal of pain. So those shocks remind me of my childhood. Twisted. How sick is that? But it's therapeutic when used properly. Let's see, how many minutes do we have left? We have about 4 minutes left. And let's see, so I'm just going to go back to the chats and see what's going on. Oh, Feisty, I'm glad I made you laugh. Yay! Well, actually, I didn't make you laugh. I gave you the fuel, and you chose to ingest it. This laughter's on you, sweetie. I take no responsibility for your laughter. All right. Okay. I only think of HK Slap when I think of the German show. What is HK Slap? What is HK Slap? I don't know what that is. Like, we are just waking up after all. It is the morning show. So maybe it'll come to me later and I'll be like, oh, that's what DJ was talking about. Slap it to the left. This is not okay. I don't understand what you guys are talking about, but it's okay. I've heard of the TENS unit that works well. It works well for many people. I don't think it works well for all people. And it's an acquired taste, let's just put it that way. Because for people who have not, if you're not into tasers, you might not be into TENS units. But turn it down, because you can jack those TENS units up to where you can incapacitate someone. Like, someone could be like doing the dishes, and you go and slap a TENS unit on their back and turn that thing up, and they're gonna drop everything and like start going into seizures. Not convulsions, all right? We're not talking about actually, like, harming someone. We're talking about locking up their muscle. I guess that is harm. Okay, let's just put it this way. If you're going to slap a TENS unit on someone who's not expecting it, you're an asshole. Okay, let's just... All right. Okay. So Feisty knows about the TENS unit. Oh, TENS. Stands for... Let me see. I'll look it up before we end the show. Now remember... 451 Actual is coming up after this show, so I'll be streaming his. Let's see, what does TENS unit? It should tell us what TENS mean. I think it's like trans-electric something or other. Oh, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. I'll just... What? Okay, I can copy that. I thought for a moment this thing was going to like pop up some sort of window, and I was going to have to get ignorant for a moment. All right, let's see. We just put it in there. There. TENS unit, transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation. All right, let's see. Last bit on the chats. It's about 3D printed guns. A funny song. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to, you guys will have to expose that to me sometime in the Jitsi. All right, what the hell? How do you not know? Girl, I don't have a phone. I don't know how you guys live, sweetie. I come from a different world. It's like I'm not living in the same universe as a lot of people right now, and I like it. But I think it's something that you need to be more connected to social media to get exposed to, and I don't have that exposure. So, but I wanna see it. So please, by all means, honey, show it to me. All right. Oh, what is this? What the fuck kind of kink shit rogaroo? Oh, Oh. Oh. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, it's all good feelings, but they're not. I'm a married person. I mean, that's hot. Okay. Anyway, um, it makes my jack discs hurt. Oh, discs hurt worse. Oh, I am sorry. I don't know. I don't. I'm not a spinal phonology or whatever. So I don't know what to tell you about that. Oh well, there we go. There's the timer. Oh, so we're gonna wrap it up now. Let me shut this shit off. All right. So let's see what I want to talk about here. So Rise Attire, they are not hosting me, but once again, if you would like to go shopping for some based merchandise, how Oprah was that? You just head on over to Rise Attire, go check it out, and may I just show you something? Let's see if 451 Actual is coming up. Yesterday, there. Oh, it's out of stock. Oh, hell. How do I get into this? Where's, okay, read more. Okay. All right. Here comes his premium tea. Okay, so let's go and see. Choose an option. Okay, so currently, I don't know why it said out of stock on the other page, but look what 451 Actual made. Look at this. Okay, do I tell you what happened yesterday? I ordered 4 of these. I ordered 2 large, I believe, and 2 extra large, because 2 of them I'm going to use as sleepwear, and the other 2 are going to help me in my detransition. Now, granted, I'm talking about my detransition. I don't know if it's going to happen. There is an issue with the osteoporosis that putting male muscle and reactivating male muscle could cause a higher risk of long bone, like thigh, femur, the leg bones, stuff like that. It could cause breakage because you add male muscle, and that can overstress the bone. But I will be speaking to my endocrinologist and my therapists and such, and hopefully within the next several months I'll be transitioning back to what God intended, even though it's gonna take until God actually restores my body to be exactly what God intended. But yes, not making any promises. I wanna go back to living full as a male, but it may not be possible. But we'll see. And in the end, I have God, and that's really all that matters. All right. So what was the other thing? Oh, this 451 Actual is already starting his stream. All right. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start closing out with the outro. Let me throw 451 Actual's link into the chat, and with that, God bless you all. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you Monday. Give me a moment. I'm old. I'm tabbing, and here we go.